She let her call me baby, but I do not need a setter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a bosses. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better.
Hello, everyone. It's the coach. Welcome to EA.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, bragging rights on the line in the 46th meeting of the AFC and the NFC in the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The NFC offense taking the field, being led in blue by the NFL's all-time passing leader. 12th Pro Bowl nomination for the great QB from New Orleans, Drew Brees.
And you and I both know that this is not easy for him. It's fun to play football at any time, but you know he'd rather be preparing for the Super Bowl and still trying to get that missed call out of his head that may have prevented his Saints from getting there.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is the Rams' Todd Gurley, his 3rd Pro Bowl in 4 seasons. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Myles Garrett of the Browns there to bring him down. On 2nd and 7, Brees. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. For Drew Brees, this his 12th Pro Bowl nomination. Though he hasn't played all 12 years, but still, what a career and what a season. And to do it at this age, unbelievable.
Not too bad for a guy who turned 40 the week leading up to the NFC Championship game. He keeps himself in such superb physical condition and still loves everything that goes along with football. He may play till he's 60.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brees. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Brees looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This will be caught at about the 5. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is.
Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Mike Spot 9. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
A first-time Pro Bowler. Here's James Conner of the Steelers. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Mahomes on target there to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. The AFC with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The AFC with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he cannot get rid of it. The NFC getting in there for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bury him for a loss of 11. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes under pressure again, and down he goes again. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive.
And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. Julio Jones. 29 yards. And the NFC adds on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
The previous play is under review. After review of the play.
Bree's going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now a draw play for Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Back out is the AFC offense. Well, we can continue to talk Pro Bowl as we go along, but let's talk a little Super Bowl. Super Bowl 53, 1 week from today over in Atlanta, New England taking off. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights. And he's going to go down again. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them running the ball here just to try and get some space.
Going deep for Hopkins. He's got a man complete. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 44 yards for Patrick Mahomes. What a season he had. First as a full-time starter, and he goes over 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, and rewarded with his first Pro Bowl.
And think about if you're in Kansas City, the organization, the team, the city, how well are you set up for future years with that youngster as your quarterback? Not only are the guys on the team excited about it, think about free agents thinking about where they might want to play. If you're a free agent receiver, you're thinking Kansas City.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Travis Kelce, 41 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Defense for the NFC back out there. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. We'll get this out to Barkley complete. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Breeze now on 1st down. Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. So we've reached halftime of the 2019 Pro Bowl with the NFC on top. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Rosas now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense for the AFC set to go now. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, 43.
Now here's Mahomes. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And as a result, possession switches hands. Now a play fake here on first down. Ertz has it left side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The left side completion to Jones. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. When you think about the history of this Pro Bowl game, there was an all-star game going all the way back to 1939, but it officially became called the Pro Bowl in, I think, 1951.
You're exactly right. And that game was played out in L.A. in the same stadium where the L.A. Rams currently play. And back then, they split it into conferences, the American Conference versus the National Conference. The American Conference won 28-27. MVP of the game, quarterback Otto Graham. Nickname, Automatic.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Mahomes now to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for the AFC. 48 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 22 yards there, a first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Mahomes to throw once more. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now Mahomes. This is caught. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Likely the play of the game here. Trailing in the final quarter and going for it. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard. For the winning score, and he says, not on my watch, and that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Able to shake him off. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Breeze. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves. Absolutely.
Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down 10-7, 2:09 to play. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So the AFC with the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Mahomes to throw. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the AFC has taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Still an important piece of business. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Drew Brees and his NFC teammates set to begin their next drive. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out and made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
Back to throw. And he will find his Saints teammate Michael Thomas complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 22. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz. And Jones has it over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. He's back to throw. That is caught inside the 5. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how... Adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Khalil Mack able to get in there.